Today I'm going to show you how to pancake your ballet technique shoes by putting face makeup or foundation on them. This will make them look the same color as your skin, so it looks like you don't have any shoes on at all. Many contemporary ballets use pancaked shoes, and this year the Arabian variation I'm doing for Nutcracker requires me to have pancaked shoes as well. Here's what you'll need. Something to protect your surface, like some tissue paper. The shoes you're going to pancake. Make sure you already have your elastic sewn on in the way you like. It can be helpful to wear the shoes and break them in before you pancake them as well. You will need a dish to mix your foundation in. I'm using a soap dish. You'll need the foundation you're going to use. Make sure it matches your skin tone very well. You will need a sponge to apply the foundation to your shoes, and a little bit of water to dilute the foundation. You'll also need something like a Q-tip to mix the foundation with the water. First, open up your foundation and put a little bit of it into the dish. You will need a good little amount, about how much you'd need to do your face 2 or 3 times. Next, pour in just a little bit of water. Use the Q-tip or another similar item like a toothpick to mix the foundation and the water. The foundation won't necessarily dissolve in the water. Many foundations are oil-based, but you just want the foundation to not be quite so thick so that it goes on more smoothly onto your shoes, and you can make your foundation go a longer way so you don't use as much of it on your shoes and you have some left over for your face. Make sure you mix it really well. It can take a little while. Next, take your sponge, dip it in the foundation, and starting on the bottom of the shoe, apply the foundation around the suede pads. You want to get as close to the suede pads as you can, but not put foundation on them, because this will make the pads feel slippery, and it will also leave little foundation scuff marks on the floor when you're dancing. Keep applying the foundation, trying to get as even a coat as possible. Move into the arch of the shoe and keep applying the foundation down towards the other pad. Carefully apply the foundation around the heel pad in the same way you did on the pad at the front of the shoe. Make sure you get all the way up the heel and up the sides of the shoe. Once you've got the back, sides, and bottom of the shoe, go ahead and move on to the top of the shoe, the vamp area. It's most important for this area to be smooth and well colored because it's the part of the shoe that's most visible from the audience. Don't forget to color the binding part of the shoe where your drawstring is. Sometimes if you forget this part, it will be visible from the audience that that part is a little bit of a different color from the rest of the shoe. Make sure you apply the foundation to the binding all the way around, from the front of the shoe all the way to the back and back around to the front. After you've done that, apply the foundation to your elastic as well. When this part goes over the top of your foot, you want it to look invisible. So make sure you do a nice thick coat on there so that your elastic is the same color as the rest of the shoe, and it will also blend with your skin on stage. was a pretty good first coat for that shoe. You can tell that the one that I was working on is definitely a lot different in color from the color of the other shoe, and it's much closer to my skin tone. Now I'm ready to start working on the other shoe, so I'm just adding a little more foundation to my dish, adding some water, mixing it, and applying it all over my shoe in exactly the same manner. And I don't forget my elastic or my binding on this shoe either. So there's the pair after the first coat. You can tell they are much closer to my skin tone now. After I've done this, it's a good idea to go over them and find any places where the foundation looks kind of sparse, or once it's dried a little bit I can see the original color of the shoe shining through, so just give it a little extra coat where it seems to need a little extra help. Sometimes after the shoe has dried for a little while, that's when you'll notice that some spots didn't get covered quite as well as they ought to have. So don't be afraid to let your shoes dry and go back and touch them up quite a few times before you think they're ready to wear on stage. So now I'm done coloring the shoes. I'm going to let them dry overnight before I wear them. This same method can also be used with point shoes if you need to color them tan with foundation, or you can use calamine lotion to color them pink. Visit my blog at thedancewearguru.blogspot.com.